Hello, 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 everybody. Let's do a stream. Let's talk about some stuff. I've got some stuff to talk about today. Hello. Welcome to, this little session here that I want to talk about today because it's, means a lot to me. It's, pretty personal. We're gonna get a little deep here. Just so you guys know. We're going to talk about dogs, and not like any dogs. We're going to talk about service dogs. Missy and I want to go through stuff together to explain to you guys why it's important and what she does for me, and why I really am passionate, and when I see stupid shit that people do either to myself or their service dog teams, I'm going to take super personal. So the reason for this is at TwitchCon, we were kind of harassed quite a bit. And, oops, I didn't start recording. Let me start recording. Because I want to save this for YouTube in case the Twitch VOD doesn't stay. But anyway, so at TwitchCon, we were harassed a lot by a lot of streamers, people live streaming. Like, literally, if, we'll pretend like this remote's a camera, right? Like, live recording and going over and petting her right under where there was a stop sign that says in bold letters, stop, do not pet, and petting her right over it and kind of ignoring our privacy and everything like that. That happened a lot. There's a lot of Twitch staff, as you guys heard about, like my first stream back. They were also interacting with her, people working in the exhibit booths. Like, here's actually that patch right here. Just everybody was just kind of being disrespectful this whole time with what was happening. And it was just kind of annoying, and that's why I wanted to talk about it and talk about what are good interactions, what are bad interactions, why is it important, and stuff like that. First things first, I want to acknowledge, I know why everybody wants to interact with dogs. I mean, come on. She's the cutest fucking thing in the world. I see that. I understand that. I totally do. I get that. She's cute. She's adorable. She looks like Air Bud. Golden Retrievers are the #1 family dog in America. I get that. I get that. You see a dog, it brings happiness. It puts a smile on your face. I get a smile on my face too when I see a dog. But I wanted to talk with you guys today because this is super important to me, and I don't want to get hurt anymore. I don't want to see other people get into liabilities, and I don't want to see other people get hurt when interacting with dogs, because we all know it, dogs are the best thing in the world. Oh god, they give you kisses, they're always so happy to see you, they wanna play with you, they just wanna love you, they wanna take care of you, and they wanna cuddle with you, and they're our best friends. They love the hell out of us. So let's help love our furry friends a little bit more healthy without hurting other people. I'm gonna give a little bit of my backstory, what this means to me, why am I being a hard ass about this, everything like that. Hey, thank you for that, host. Super appreciate that. So, why am I hard ass? Well, let me tell you. There might be some triggers for some people. I'm going to try to keep it as PG as possible. I was in the military. I was an aircraft hydraulics mechanic in my shop. I was the only female-bodied person in my shop. Full of all male-bodied people. I want you guys to think about what would be cause for me to have issues from outside the military. I was the only female-bodied person, okay? I was harassed, I was assaulted, and this went on for the entirety of my career for 6.5 years. I went undiagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, depression, and major depressive disorder for 4.5 years. I didn't know about it. I didn't know about mental health. I didn't know any better. I didn't know I needed help. Then I got diagnosed, and I was already struggling with college. I couldn't finish college because of it. So this is why I find this extremely important to me, guys. I get emotional. I want people to learn. I want people to know. I want people to, get why she is so important to me. Prior to having her, I was a borderline alcoholic from dealing with people. I used to drink a lot. I could drink a full bottle of rum and then some and keep going, and I didn't give a fuck if I woke up the next day. I didn't. I didn't care about myself. I lived in West Virginia, and so there was a lot of back roads which people weren't on. Not that I'm condoning this, but I never hurt anybody. I never did hurt myself, luckily. But I would drive drunk on back roads because I didn't care if I woke up the next morning or not. I had constant anxiety, constant panic attacks, and constant flashbacks before getting my service dog. What is a flashback? If you guys don't know, for me, they are vivid realizations to what happened to me. When I go into a flashback, my whole head goes back into the base. I can smell all the smells of all the airplanes, the mechanics, the tools, the engine fuel. I can smell the people. I can see the people. I can hear their conversations again, and when I try to touch the wall, it feels like the cold wall. That is what a flashback is like for me every time I go into one. I get extreme ones. Other flashbacks that may not be at the base may have taken place by the military person that was off base. And I can feel his hands on me again. I can feel the pain after that incident. I feel the bruises on my side again, and like it's happening all over again. Followed by flashbacks each night that I have those, I typically have night terrors. Not nightmares, night terrors, which are just as realistic. I have trouble getting out of them, and I want to scream. When I go in public, I can't enjoy things. Too many loud noises, too many people getting in my personal space triggers those flashbacks, triggers the anxiety to where I cannot cooperate. People used to grab me and I would want to punch them. 1, because of my military training. 2, because I'm being attacked and I feel like I have to defend myself. That is my story, and that is why I have trouble. The other reason I have trouble with loud noises and stuff like that is also we had a plane crash at my unit. So big booms, a lot of people, it was an air show. So we get nervous. So going to something like TwitchCon, it's very triggering for me. It's hard to know what's going to happen. Where are all the exits? What is this emergency situation here? What's this emergency situation there? Where are the cameras? So if something happens, we can report it. That's what I look for anytime I enter a new building. Cameras, exit strategies, and what is my fastest view out that exit. I gotta know what it is all the time. I gotta plan for how am I gonna get my group of people that are with me out the door right away. This is why I have my service dog. She alerts me to potential attacks because she can know if I'm not in a good place. When you have anxiety and panic attacks that are extreme for PTSD, you smell different. You taste a little different. So like in this picture here, she was licking my face, trying to be like, hey, are you okay? Let me taste you. She's constantly smelling me, even if she's not looking at me. So by approaching her in public, you're going to stop her for a minute from keeping her constant nose on me, from her constantly having the ability to lick me and to make sure that I taste okay. The other thing you're doing is you're invading my personal space. And given that I've been through extreme traumas and extreme situations, you're now putting yourself at risk for one of 2 ways. You're going to put me into such a bad flashback that I'm not going to be able to enjoy whatever's happening right now at this moment. Or I'm going to have to go to the hospital if it gets bad enough because my heart rate gets out of control. My heart rate, when these things happen, the top that I've clocked out at is 147 beats per minute, and it'll stay there for hours. So when you distract her, you're putting me in that for potential to have a heart attack and other issues. I have to go to the hospital, and now I might have to come after you for you hurting me. The other thing, depending on which flashback that I'm in, for defending myself, I won't know what's happening. I won't know who's around me, who's touching me. If I am in a flashback, I might punch you. And that's not me being like, yeah, I'm gonna punch you for touching my dog. I don't know how I'm going to be. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what could go wrong. I don't know. And so it's better for your safety and for my safety not to do those kind of things because I need her. I never want to get back to the point where I'm constantly running away from my flashbacks and my night terrors that I start turning to alcohol again. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. I don't want to be constantly suicidal. I want to be able to go out and have fun and live my life as normally as possible. This is why I have Missy. That's why she's sleeping over there peacefully. She's on break. I promise you she's loved. She gets attention. If you guys do want to approach her, just things to think about when approaching a service handler team. I want you to think about a few things moving forward. How many times has this person been approached in one day? Let me tell you, going to a grocery store, what should be a 15-20 minute trip, I'm in and I'm out grabbing a handful of things, usually ends up being a 3-hour endeavor for me because so many people approach me. I get a minimum of 8 interactions every time I go to the store, and that's a combination of employees versus customers. I get that many interactions every time. So think about, how do I appear at this time? Think about that you might get a no for an answer because I've probably been asked a bunch and I might just want to get my groceries and go home. So think about the situation. Know that it could be a no because we get approached so often and everything like that. If you really you think it might still be okay, you're okay if you get a no. My next step to tell you is never approach the dog first. Ever. Ever, 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 ever approach the dog first. Always ask the handler first. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, I love your dog. I know you need your dog right now, but I really like your dog. Is it okay if I pet your dog? I might say yes. And when I do say yes, like I did for Dr. Lupo and Ninja, I gave her a command to make sure that I had her under control 100%. And then I gave her the command GOSEE. I can't say it, otherwise she's going to be like, where am I supposed to go? Because she's still always listening, even when she's kind of like that. I mean, she might be in a heavier sleep right now. But I have to have her under control at all times. So not only is it a safety issue for me, it's a safety issue for you. The last other thing that's super important that most people don't realize is the cost of a service animal. The cost of a service animal is averaged between $25,000 or $50,000 if you get it professionally trained through a company like she was professionally trained. That's a lot of fucking money that I don't have in my pocket if something were to happen to her, if she's no longer able to be in public because she's been mistrained. Every time you pet a dog randomly, especially a service dog, one that's just standing there, you teaching them, oh, it's okay for random strangers to come up to me. It's okay for me not to pay attention to my handler because I'm going to get pets. People love me. I want to go where it feels good. And petting feels good to them. It's a reward for them. Hello. So that's why it's super important that you never want to interact with them because you could fuck up their training. And they're super expensive. And you never want to have to call somebody where they're going to have to buy a whole new service dog or spend 2 years training their own to get a new replacement dog because their dog is now no longer to go in public. The other reason for not just randomly approaching them, and this one's super important, is when you approach a dog, like especially in my situation with my case and how extremely on tension I am most of the time, what if I'm having an extremely, extremely bad day and I just can't handle life? Missy will know this, and she might be extra protective of me. Now, she's never done this, let me preface that. But with dogs, you never know. They could snap at any moment for whatever reason. If you're having a really bad day with your symptoms, sometimes service dogs do get extra protective. In fact, the brown dog that keeps coming up, the Chesapeake Bay Retriever, she was superly aggressive and overprotective. That's why I didn't end up with her. She was too much for me. But that dog might bite you. You never know. One, dogs don't like it when you get in their face. And where's the most common place that people want to pet them? Either on their head, under their chin, under their butt. The reason for that, for dogs, if you control their head, you control their body. You can get them to kind of go wherever you want. That's offensive, that's in their face. So for any dog ever you might get bit just for approaching and petting them. But for a service dog, depending on how bad their handler is, because you don't know, you've just approached the dog without them giving you the okay, they might be overprotective. And now because that dog has bitten you because of your mistake, what happens is most of the dogs, they're going to get put down in most states, counties. So now this person is out a very expensive medical service equipment. Service dogs are just like living medical equipment. That's what they are. You know, they're not as cute as a wheelchair, not as cute as an oxygen tank, not as cute as a cane or something like that, a hearing aid, but they're still super important. And by taking that away, you're putting everybody in danger. Not to mention, where this situation happened, you can get fined up to $2,500 along with jail time. And is it really worth your next video that you could get sued that many times for just going and harassing everybody and taking videos of them and petting them? That's a lot of money and a lot of potential jail time. So basically, let me kind of wrap what happened and why I wanted to mention this today. I'm not going to mention the person. I respect for them and their content. I ain't trying to get clout. I ain't trying to get beef. All I'm trying here is to educate you guys so that next year, when I want to go to TwitchCon, that myself, OK Gamey, if that's okay if I can call you out like that, and everybody else has a great time at TwitchCon, that we can feel safe, that we can know that people aren't going to be in our faces, that our dogs are going to protect us. They're our lifelines. I can't go in public without her. I can't. I cannot tolerate it unless I have people that I can surround me with to take care of me, but that's not fair to the humans. But anyway, so what happened in this video is somebody made a video, all the dogs at TwitchCon. They tweeted about it, and everybody's like, oh, cute, doggies, doggies. Oh, I live for this. Oh, doggies, 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 doggies. And in the comments, doggies, doggies, doggies. Oh, it should be illegal for anybody to ever put do not pet on a dog. And like other dumb comments like that. They're seeing dogs, dogs, dogs. It's cute. Everybody thinks they have the right to access dogs. Yes, service humans, I do too. But it's quite not legal. It's kind of like prostitution, but still funny. But all people are seeing are dogs, 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 dogs. I'm in this video without my consent. And yes, there were notices about filming at TwitchCon that yes, you might be filmed. But here's the thing. There's a major difference here versus what happened there, okay? With that notice, it's going to mean that, hey, people might walk by doing a live stream like, hey, so like I'm at TwitchCon, as you can see, look at all the lovely people behind me. You might accidentally get in a frame. Maybe they're filming one of the booths that like everybody's super excited to go check out, or something at the expo, and people are just walking through the frame. That's typically what that notice covers, because people are going to want to do interviews. They're going to want to talk to you. But the whole point of this video was to film all the dogs at TwitchCon. She even states in the video, I think I got all the service dogs. And to what that told me was this wasn't just some innocent person who is just filming them because they're cute, because yes, they were all fucking cute. So cute. Hey, thank you for that. They were so cute. They really were. But here's what this told me, is you've now created a new game called Pokemon Go Service Dog Edition. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta see 'em all. I gotta film 'em all. Gotta pet 'em all. Gotta get 'em all. Gotta pet 'em all. Gotta pet 'em all. Gotta pet 'em all. Doggy mon. Thank you for that follow. Oh, that was perfect timing with the way that went over that picture. That's what it felt like. It felt like instead of being cute or just innocent, is it? Thank you. You guys are so awesome. It felt like an attack. This was targeted. This went after a specific group of people to get all the dogs. And people like, oh, well, it's just the dogs. But here's the thing. It's not just the dogs. A lot of those dogs in that video are marked as service dogs. ADA does not require, federal law in America does not require a dog to have a service dog vest. Just so you know. So even if it's not wearing a vest, still has the most likely that it's going to be there. Public space access. The only dogs that have public space access rights, or public access rights, are going to be service dogs. They're the only ones. They're the only ones that can go out and have access to the public with almost free range. There's some limitations to where we can't go. That varies state by state, like in West Virginia. You're not allowed to go to a tattoo and piercer shop or anywhere where it's like a sanitary clean space, like a lab or a surgery room. That makes sense. Those are the only dogs allowed out there. If you see somebody with a therapy animal at a place like a TwitchCon, unless TwitchCon had brought them on to work the convention and like publicly announced it, that is also illegal. Therapy dogs only have access to the place that they are designed to work at. Typically, nursing homes, mental facilities, hospitals, children's hospitals, things like that. Mental health clinics. Like, that is what that dog is there for. It's to help make those lives of everybody, yeah, I'm going to get to that one, everybody in that area for them. That's for everybody can touch on them. Anybody can touch a therapy dog. So if you see a therapy dog in public, you have every right to correct them and let them know that they do not have access to be there unless they've been hired by that place to be there. The only other place I have seen them is at like universities. Finals week. College students need some puppy love. Y'all do, because you can't have them in the dorms. Y'all need them puppies. We got you. That's what, that's where therapies or dogs are for everybody. The next category of dog that I see out all the time, and let me tell you, does it make my blood boil so hard. The next type of dog is ESA, for short, emotional service animals. So emotional service animals, they are designed for people who have depression and anxiety and like other disabilities that they don't need constant 100% like you're their lifeline and everything like that. You just need something at home to help you make you feel better. They can be used to get into college dorms. They can be in apartments where they don't allow dogs or anything like that. That is what that is for. An emotional support animal is meant for then at the home, where you live, where you reside. The only other place, and also with an ESA, they can be any animal. A freaking gecko, a lizard, a snake, a chicken, anything legal that you can have within a pet range. A kitty, a puppy. That's what an ESA is. They don't have to be trained. They don't have to be anything like that. They just have permission to live with you, to provide you, even a pony, companionship. That is their goal. Renters can't charge you, can't be denied by HOAs, anything like that. There's only one exception outside of a home where an ESA is allowed, and that is airports. And currently, that's a bit of a touchy subject right now for service dog handlers, as well as non-animal handlers and ESA users. So airports are stressful, they cause you a lot of craziness, so they have allowed ESAs before to fly. You typically need just a doctor's note, and you can get them on. But where we're finding problems is people are bringing emotional support pigs, emotional support kangaroos, emotional support goats, and everything like that. Like stuff that, you're not going to cuddle at night. I think I've even seen an emotional support alligator. And what they're doing is they're using that as a guise to illegally transport animals. So they do abuse that. Other people don't want to pay the doggy lines like that. So they really are working to crack down. It's good for us in a way, especially like service dog handlers, because I've had my fair share of goes at airports where an untrained dog has like attacked Missy at an airport. We've been attacked at work, like randomly in public, but being allowed at the airport, it definitely leaves more of a presence for a possibility for that to happen. And it's kind of frustrating, and nobody on the flight wants to sit next to like a smelly pig or a kangaroo. Takes up a lot of room. Even Missy, as tiny as she is for a golden retriever, she takes up a lot of room on the airplane. But people are doing this to get cheaper ways to transport their prime home. Yeah, I saw that rabbit. Definitely illegal as fuck. So ESAs are even getting a hit. The only dogs you should really see in public, like public every day, is going to be service animals or police, rescue, bomb-sniffing dogs, etc. like that. The only type of service animals that are legal in the United States of America. Miniature ponies and dogs. Those are the only two. So if you see somebody out with a service bunny, I've seen a service parrot, anything like that, not legal. 100% illegal. You can check it out on ada.gov and search for service dogs, and that will give you all of the laws right there. Like, I shit you not, it is against the law. So if you see somebody pulling that shit, call them out. You guys don't have to tolerate that. It's not worth it. It's not worth your safety to have some wild, random, untrained animal. And even with service dogs, like, places have rights as well. Missy and I can get kicked out if we fuck up. When you have somebody enter your business, so this is to cover anybody that's out in a business and everything like this, because like I said, I want everything to be as educational as possible. If you guys are ever at a point where you get to a restaurant, a dog has pooped and peed in there multiple times, it has to be multiple occurrences, they can't be kicked out. A dog is barking like crazy, a dog's going up and visiting everybody, it's sniffing grocery store shelves, stuff like that, then you have the right to be kicked out at that point because you do not have control over your animal. But two questions you can ask as someplace that works is, one, is it a service animal? Everybody's always going to say yes. Two, is where you weed them out, and you have the right to deny them depending on their answer. If somebody were to say, oh, they're just here to comfort me and take care of me and hold me, that's not an ADA required task to manage your disability. That is an emotional support animal and does not have legal rights in public. Missy is here for me for mental health, for PTSD and extreme anxiety and disability, but she's doing things like alerting me to, hey, Mom, you're about to have a really bad attack. We need to get you out of this room. Or I need you to sit down right now so I can lay on you and get your heart rate down. And if it still isn't getting down fast enough, she makes me lay all the way down on the floor to get as calm as I can. And then that way she can cover me whole body with her weight on my chest until that heart rate comes down. Super duper key that you guys notice the difference there between what is okay and what isn't, because it means somebody's life at hand. I've met fake service dogs. There's a lot of them out there. And nice, that's awesome. There's a lot of them out there and they do create problems. She's been attacked by fakers and it's not cool at all. And it's not fun for her, it's not fun for me. Missy, go back to bed. I know our roommate's home. Go back to bed. We're on camera. She wants to go play. But, so you want to make sure that you're protected too as a business place or someplace you work, making sure that you're covered. Those are your rights and your coverages. You can't charge them any extra for being there, but if you ever feel like somebody is taking advantage of your place, your business, they don't have a legit service animal, you can look into that. And what that covers by asking the second question is, what are some of the tasks that they're trained to do? You're not asking about a disability, so you're not breaking any HIPAA violations, but you're trying to figure out if it's legitimate or not. So somebody just saying, oh, it's just here to comfort me, not right. But this is my story. This is why I find it important. I was just super mad at that video because here's the problem, is this video is going to trend because it's cute. It's puppies. But that does more damage for us next year at TwitchCon, because I had so many people approach my dog the entire time and it was frustrating. They were like just filming her right over the do not pet sign and petting her, talking to her. Somebody tried feeding her. I don't even know what it was, but they tried feeding her. She's got a sensitive stomach. I can't just have random stuff fed to her. And it's frustrating that people just think, oh, dog. So I want this to be fixed for next year because I'm worried that this video is going to be viral. People are going to want to play Service Dog Go next year. And we're going to have even more and more and more and more cameras in our face. So what I'm really hoping... She actually did, everything's scrolled. Oh, it was deleted by a moderator. Okay. Oh, what was your link? You might have to PM me that. Yes, they did try to feed her. Let me go to my bot. Alright. Channel has bad positions due to the small number of viewers. We're happy to help you with that promotion. We have a lot of great features like chat, build up viewers. Favorite business. Alright, cool. We'll check it out. But yeah, they tried feeding her there. I don't know what it was, but like that could poison her. That could make her sick. Then she can't focus. And like I said earlier, by her being constantly pet, it was reinforcing, oh, people are great, people are nice. I don't have to focus on my handler. Hydra is fine. And they were like trying to take her away from me and stuff like that. And so she actually, during the end of the con, she was getting a bit more interested in everybody else versus me. Luckily, like, I have that face lead on her when I go to big events like that now, because I just cannot trust that people are going to try to get her attention and she's going to start to pull, and it just stops her from pulling. So it keeps her more focused. For me, I really don't want Service Dog Go to be a thing next year. And as you guys can see in this picture here, like, we went to the biggest gay party afterwards. I was finally in a place where I felt 100% safe. I knew everybody there had been marginalized at some point in time, that if I were to ever start having an attack, they would stop whatever they were doing and make sure that she could work with me. I felt safe in that group, so she got to have all the love, all the attention. I promise you, this dog gets played with all the heckin' time. Like, we have a great time together. She is well cared after. Anybody who thinks it's animal abuse to make a dog work all day, I promise you, it's not. Your dogs are usually probably at home 9+ hours a day while you work at 9 to 5, and then you're in traffic all day. They're stuck. They're not able to go outside and pee. She gets to go out and pee every 2 hours. She gets cookies all day when we're at bigger things like TwitchCon. She's getting treats all day. She's getting love from me. She's with her best friend and getting loved all day. I promise you, not abuse. She gets more mad when I leave her here at the house and let her have a night off, like if I go to a bar where she's not protected. But I have all my wonderful people to surround me and take care of me at those places. This is why it's super important, guys. Gamey, did you want to come up? I can DM you on my Discord and we can get in a call. If you wanted to add in your 2 cents, because like you said, you lived it too. I want you to have that same chance to talk if you want. You don't have to. It's just if you want. I'm trying to pull up my profile now to find my... Oh, it's got streamer mode enabled. I can't look it up. Actually, well, there's the Discord link there if you wanted to jump in, then I can grab you. That was up there. So, if you wanted to come in and talk about it, I'm more than happy to bring you in so that you can too. Like I said, I want this to be safe for everybody. I want them to have the good thing going at TwitchCon. Hold on, I'm gonna get water. I'm really thirsty. The last thing I'm gonna say, at least from my perspective, that made me the most angry about the entire situation was, yeah, anytime you ever want to ask, my DMs are always open, guys. The last thing I wanted to add, the way this person made that video, where I look at them all by, like, just taking pictures of them, like I said earlier, every dog that was there should have been legally a service dog. And by making a video, you're going out, and that's targeted harassment. I wasn't just in a back panel shot. I was the focus of a shot. And, oh, okay, no worries. I was the focus of a shot. The focus of the whole video was to go look at all the dogs, and it was like catching them like Pokemon. That is just no bueno, and that is targeted harassment. Not only that, you've now just made a video off of somebody's disability status. Think about it this way. Would you ever make a video, look at all the wheelchairs, look at all the canes, look at all the hearing aids, look at all the braces, like if they have like an arm brace or a leg brace, look at all the amputees, look at all the people who can't see or have the walking stick? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't take a picture of their medical equipment. Why? Because one, that's kind of weird and creepy. But two, you know that they need it, and you know that's harassment. Plain and simple. You know it's fucking harassment, and that it's wrong. And just because she's cute doesn't make her any less valid as being living medical equipment. Think of them as that. She's living medical equipment. She just might be cuter than most of the wheelchairs. And that's fine, but she still serves the same purpose to give me access to life. Yeah, they're most likely going to be monetized on YouTube. It was a huge partner that did that. Yeah, and interpreters, yes. Yes, you had this recent situation where somebody tried to cosplay and outdo what you were trying to say. It took away from your message, and that's not even fucking cool. So, like, this person's gonna go make money off of our disability. Because if it wasn't for our disabilities, we wouldn't have had the service dogs. We wouldn't have had, we wouldn't have them in public. Like, if we were normal, able-bodied people that could go to things like that, you wouldn't have a video. That is disgusting. Think about that, guys. I want you to think forward. Is your interaction with the service dog team, is it okay for that person? Do you think they're going to be okay? If they tell you no, you have to be okay with that. You need to also know that their disability is quite honestly none of your goddamn fucking business. Just not. We don't have to tell you what's wrong with us. Why do I have her? We just have to be able to exist in peace. And think about your content. Is it really worth getting that much clout? That you want to get so much money that you're going to take my disability and make money for you? That's all I have to ask. And if that's a yes for you, in my book, you're immoral. You have no spot at that con because you're not safe to us. Money is more important to you than my safety. You have no right to be there. Don't. You're putting my life at danger and you're being exclusive to me, not inclusive. TwitchCon should be inclusive. Have the space for all of us. And to anybody who was there that had a rough time at TwitchCon, I'm so sorry you experienced that. I'm so sorry that you had somebody making stuff about ASL because they thought it was cool. You know what? ASL is cool. Especially when people, like, get, like, super... I'm not gonna try to make fun of them. Like, they get into it and, like, emotional. Like, I always talk with my hands. So, like, when I can see somebody talking, like, I appreciate that, but I ain't never gonna make a fucking video on it. Because that's fucked up. And that was today's tea. If you guys ever have questions, you ever want to talk with me, you want to do an interview, I don't even care if you put my name up on your video. If you are a Twitch partner watching this, a YouTuber, I don't even care if my name is involved. Because, yes, I want to grow. God, would I love to grow, be a partner, and keep teaching people and motivate people. That's what I want to do in life. And you're taking away from me from right now by hurting me, putting my life in danger, putting everybody else's life in danger, ruining my dog for your fucking clout. I want to motivate people. I don't want to be talking about this. I mean, oh, I do, because I want to encourage people to teach them about them. And some people that didn't even know that could have service dogs. Like, I would love to teach them and what's their rights and how to find them and good placement and everything like that. So, if you ever want to fucking do a video collab together, we can. I don't have to have my face on it. You don't have to even fucking mention my name. All I ask is that you do it, 1, respectfully. That's my number 1. Respectfully. 2, it is for legit education and awareness and not just for some clout. 3, because that monetization on dogs is fucking gross. Be respectful. Be a goddamn adult. Just love each other. Think about what your decisions do today that can hurt somebody tomorrow. Be positive and put more love into the world, not hate. And then if one of us calls you out on it, respect us. You don't know what it's like to be me, what it's like to live my life and what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. You don't. You think I'm just some crazy dog person who's coming at you for what you did. That's all it is. Be respectful to people's spaces, their faces, and don't fucking use them because that's gross. I love you guys all. And we're gonna end this like normal. I'm not doing a full 2 hours because I want to see my girlfriend and I've got laundry to do. My throat is killing me. I honestly wanted to game and have fun tonight. We're not gonna stream tomorrow because Pokemon Go is doing a makeup day for Mewtwo and I don't really have a lot of Mewtwo's and I want a shiny Mewtwo. So I'm gonna try for that tomorrow. I might stream on Wednesday since Raid Day got canceled this week. So you might get me again Wednesday. If not, for sure, you're gonna get Missy and I on Thursday. But thank you guys so much. My last thing that I am gonna ask of you guys outside of, like, you know, the stuff every day, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, this straight stream. I don't know how to video edit. If you could please find it in your heart to please share to everybody, bring awareness, and let's make this better, because I don't know about you. If you love service dogs, and you really love dogs, and you want to keep seeing them at future TwitchCons and things like that, protect us. We'll be back. And then you can keep looking at us from afar, like the nerd in the corner, like, hee! Just quietly, like. If you want us to keep coming, help protect us, help keep us safe. Share this out to everybody. I'm not looking for internet clout. I'm just trying to bring awareness. Thank you all. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for helping me when I was asking you if it was right for me to push that last night. I love you guys all. Take care of yourself, and remember, give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, gonna say goodbye, gonna feel alright and hurt you.